So this is a continuation of the previous class DMA. So in the previous class we have discussed about DMA controller. So this we discussed, and whenever DMA CPU releases a bus grant, so before that it fills a DMA, it selects the DMA select and register select. So it selects all the registers and it fills whatever the data it is needed for DMA to complete. Then it gives whether it has to perform read write everything. Then a processor will do its own work. So now we'll be discussing about how data transfer happens. Okay, so in this data transfer IO to memory. So just now in the first class I said that, so DMA is what? It is a data transfer between IO devices and the memory without the intervention of the processor. So for that, so first to see here ma, actually in the initially, so this bus will be connected with the cpu and it is connected with the CPU. Processor connects it is connected, the bus is under the control of the processor, and it fetches it fetches the instructions from the memory. This is your memory, so this is your processor. So whenever it is fetching, it fetches the data, and then it performs the execution, and for that it requires a bus. Okay, so the control bus, data bus, address bus. Okay, but whenever external peripheral devices gives a request DMA request, upon this it gives a next step is what ma'am? Bus request. The DMA controller will give a bus request. Upon that it gives a bus grant. So after that, if that bus grant is received, it gives a DMA acknowledge. DMA will give a reply to IO devices, a DMA acknowledgement. Okay, so now after giving an acknowledgement, they transfer the data. Okay, so in order to transfer the data, we should take help of taking the data, and with the help of an ad, it has to go to that address, and it has to place inside that address, and data is used for carrying out the data. So for that will be what are the that we have available in the processor called read write, address, data will also be available in the DMA controller also. Read write, address, data. But now this is disconnected, the bus is disconnected with the processor. Now it is connected with the DMA. So with the help of this DMA, it transfers this, and it completes the task. Okay, so this is about where how a data transfer starts. First, an external peripheral devices will give a DMA request. So upon that, the DMA will give a bus a request. So upon that, it makes to a high impedance state. So this is a diagram where we have discussed about high impedance state. So all read write, address and data will be disconnected once this bus grant is enabled. So that indicates that now it will be DMA will be the master and CPU will be the slave. So in such case, so what is this address select is, what is this one is, I already said no. So in this diagram, it has to select what? So DMA select has to be done, and it has to fill all the necessary registers in the DMA. So with the help of this, it fills the DMA select, and it fills the register select. So everything is done. Then after that, it gives a bus grant to the DMA. Next is what? It communicates. Once every transfer is completed, then what it will do? Last step is what? The final step is what? The DMA, after completion of the data transfer, it has to give an information to the processor saying that with the help of, how can a processor knows the data transfer has been completed by the DMA? With the help of
Interrupt.
with the help of an interrupt. Yes. So after completion of the data transfer, DMA will give an interrupt to the processor saying that the data transfer has been completed. So soon after giving an interrupt, the processor will be connected with the bus, and this DMA will be disconnected. Okay, DMA will be disconnected. This is about a DMA transfer. But in this, we need to study about what happens if much time. Why? Because if the external peripheral devices are very slow, if it is taking time to transfer a single word, if it is taking much time, but meanwhile a processor is completed executing the instructions which are present inside the register and sitting idle, in such case, so we'll be having two approaches. See, so see here, modes of DMA transfer will be having different modes, DMA transfer modes. One is a block transfer or burst transfer, or the other one is cycle stealing. The other one is cycle stealing or single byte transfer DMA, and the other one is the hidden DMA or the transparent. So we'll be discussing one by one, but try to concentrate. You should know the entire first unit, then you can understand what I'm explaining now. So why there is a different modes that we need to study in DMA is that, so what are the forma? One is block transfer, also called as a burst transfer, and the other one is cycle stealing, and the other one is cycle stealing, and the other one, last one is hidden. So the hidden network. So in this case, the first one is a block transfer. So what we have discussed till now, the block transfer means a block is nothing but a number of it contains n number of words. Okay, so this one is a normal case where CPU will be giving a, why we need to study this techniques is we need to utilize the bus is very important. So a system, when CPU is using the system bus, it cannot stop its work and it cannot give the system bus to DMA. Okay, so okay, so what we'll be doing is how much efficiently we can use this bus is the main concept, so that the CPU time should not be wasted, and at the same time DMA must also transfer the data from external devices to memory. So what we'll be doing is, first what we discussed is a block transfer or a burst transfer. Means what? It gives the processor will give a system bus. So now after giving the system bus, this system bus is used by the DMA, but how much of time means until the number of words has been transferred to memory. Until that particular time, the bus will be available with DMA. This will become a master. Okay, but the problem here is much of the time in this case the CPU will be sitting in an idle. So to overcome that, we went for one more mode of data transfer. Is one is cycle stealing. So in a cycle stealing, try to concentrate, ma'am. In a cycle stealing, what it will be doing is, it is a one word at a time. Okay, one word at a time will be transferring. Means what? Once the data transfer one word from external peripheral devices to memory, if it has been transferred with the help of DMA controller, then soon after completion of this word, the system bus will be given to the processor. So you should know the difference. At last I will be asking you the question. First I discussed about the burst transfer and the block transfer. Okay, so in this burst transfer and block transfer, what we'll be doing, ma? So can anyone? So processor, upon giving a bus request by the DMA, the processor will release the system bus by making it as a high impedance state, so that DMA now the DMA is having a system bus. Now first one is a burst transfer or a block transfer. Okay, block is nothing but it contains of n number of words. Okay, so the CPU will be there and will be having a DMA, So we'll be having a DMA and we'll be having an external peripheral devices. So it gives a DMA request.
ఒక్క
So
నిమిషం మేడం.
it gives a DMA request, and this DMA request will go to the processor, and DMA will request the processor which what it requests, ma'am? BR, which is bus request. Upon that, it fills all internal registers, and it makes it to high impedance state, and it gives a bus grant, BG, bus grant. Okay. Then when this DMA will release the system bus is our main concept what we are studying now. Once this bus grant means now the system bus is under the control of DMA, but how much time it takes is until the words that it is mentioned in the size, until that word transfer has been completed, until that much of time the DMA will be using this bus. Once every word is completed, once the word register is 0, then it releases a bus. This is a common one. But in this, try to understand, I will be asking a question. In this, data transfer between an IO and a memory will be fast. See here, it will be fast execution, or the transfer will be very fast. But the problem here is, can anyone, what will be the problem? Much of the time CPU will be in a idle state. Okay. So why? Because and that's the reason that the block size that we have mentioned should be small size. Okay, let us consider the block size in this case is 20 words. Okay, so after completion of a 20 words, it releases a system bus to the processor, so that processor will start executing its main program. Okay. But what happens if the block size that we have considered is 1000 words, or so much of words that it has to transfer? Means meanwhile the CPU has to sit idle. So in this also we should consider the block transfer should be, the number of words should be small. So this is one. So the problem in this is it takes much of the time processor to sit in an ideal state, as the bus is under the control of DMA. To overcome that, we'll be going for the second one. What is the second one, ma? Second one is what? Cycle. Am I audible? Second one is what?
Yes, ma'am.
Second one is what?
Cycles.
Cycle stealing.
Second one is cycle stealing. So in a cycle stealing, what we'll be doing is one word at a time. So where is this? See here. So cycle stealing. So also called as a single byte or a word. In this case, considered as a word. Okay. So cycle stealing is in this mode only one byte is transferred at a time. This is slower than the bus transfer. Why I am saying as slower? Why? Because the previous one I said it is faster. Why? Because this much of the time DMA is using a system bus for transferring, so it will be faster. But whereas in the burst, why it will become slower is, concentrate. So why this will become slower is, see here, CPU is there. So CPU will release a bus. Okay, and now DMA is using the bus. Now with the help of this bus, it transfers data between a memory and an IO. But will it complete until word equals to 0 means? No. If initially if word equals to 40, when it comes to 39, then it releases a system bus to the processor. Again, why? Because try to concentrate. Why? Because meanwhile the processor is executing internally some other task. Okay. So soon after completion of one word transfer from IO to memory, when it becomes 39, it releases a bus. So meanwhile what this is doing, the time waste should not be happened both the sides. See here, what when bus is released, what DMA will be doing is, the word from, we know the concept, right? So IO devices will be there, and you will be having an IO interface, and in this IO interface we need to place the word. From this it has to go to the memory. This in temporary buffer is there, right? So this buffer, so this buffer is there, so it places inside this word. Now let us consider, in order to transfer from external peripheral devices to this, it takes some time. Why? Because it depends upon what type of peripheral device is that. So if it is a keyboard, then it takes much time to transfer that particular word. Meanwhile, why to make us why the system bus should be available with the DMA, it will release, and again when it takes, means when the word is ready in this buffer, then it requires the processor. Again the processor will release a bus, and again it takes from this to the memory. Again, it internally, I'm not showing all this. Again, when the word is ready, so it transfers the data, the word from IO to memory, again it releases soon after transfer of date that particular word to the memory. Again it releases, so that why? Because meanwhile the other word will be filling the external peripheral, the other word will be you will be transferring into the buffer. So now it is ready. Now if it is ready, then it gives, DMA will be giving a request to the bus again. So this is like a cycle stealing, where the advantage of this is CPU will not be sitting idle. Why? Because why it won't be sitting idle means much of the it's equally distributing the system bus. When it is when the word is ready in the buffer, then it is requesting, then processor will not, upon requesting, processor will not give immediately whatever the works it is doing, like fetching, means it will fetch the completion of that, then it releases. So this is about cycle stealing, where the processor will not be sitting much in an idle state, it will be executing. And DMA, and the problem here is slows the data transfer, here will be slows down. Why? Can anyone? I'm talking about two ways. One is CPU and the data transfer. In the first way, called a block transfer, first in the block transfer, what I said, the data transfer is slow or fast?
Fast, ma'am.
Yes, the data transfer will be very fast. Okay, so why? Because continuously I'm using this CPU, there is no request and grant, all those. So continuously whenever the word is ready, then as the bus is available with the DMA, so it is not waiting for the bus, so it is transferring the data to the memory, so it will be fast. Whereas it will become slow. Why? Because once this is ready, it is requesting the processor to release a bus, then it takes that bus and it transfers, so it will become slow. This is but this is efficient. The data transfer is slow, but this is efficient. Why? Because the processor is not sitting much of the time in an idle state. Okay, so the last one that we need to discuss is, what's the last one, ma'am? What's the other technique for data transfer? Hidden. Yes, hidden. So in this hidden, we will be saying hidden or transparent. So in this case what we'll be doing is, you will be having a processor. So you'll be having a processor. This you should understand first unit, then you can understand. So what is the main functionality of a processor? What it will be doing? It has to execute instructions, right? So in order to execute, we have studied in the first unit called, remember, we have studied first unit called fetching the instruction. Okay, next step is what, ma'am? Decoding the instruction. Next is what? After decoding, again we may go for fetch also. Remembered anyone? After decoding, if it is saying as memory reference, again we'll be going, I don't want to confuse, I want to go for a general fetch, decode, execute. Okay, fetch, decode, execute. In such case, in which phase the processor require a bus? In which phase a processor require a bus? Fast. Bus processor require the bus in which phase? In fetch phase, or in decode phase, or in execute phase? ఏ phase లో కావాలమ్మా బస్?
Decode, ma'am.
Decode. So bus, everyone knows, it is a set of wire So using this bus, the data transfer can be done with from one device to another device. So in our case, we'll be having the devices like one will be CPU and the other will be memory and the other will be IO. Okay. So in such case, when they want to communicate with each other, whatever the communication, they have to use a bus. Okay. So I am asking one question. So we, in order to execute an instruction, so instructions will be available inside where, inside a memory. So instructions will be available inside a memory. So we'll be having a memory. So inside this memory you will be having an instructions. So it has to go to this particular address for getting this instruction. Okay. So in which phase we require a bus? Again I'm asking the question. We have studied in
Fetch, ma'am.
in which phase? Fetch or
Fetching,
decode?
ma'am. Fetch, ma'am.
Yes, ma, I got an answer. Thank you. So, in order to fetch, why? Because it has to go to that particular address. It has to go to that particular address and it has to get this instruction. After getting this instruction, again, CPU will be having a parts of the CPU as ALU and registers and CO. So, this fetched instruction will be decoded in a control unit. Hope that everyone knows. Okay. So while decoding, do we need a system bus? Decoding, anyhow, the instruction after fetching, the instruction will be available with the processor. Then after that, the in the control unit will be decoding. So after decoding, we'll be having an instruction format. We studied like we'll be having a opcode and we'll be having an address. If this address is indirect address, what happens? Will you go for execution? If after decoding, what will be the next step, ma? Again, execution or
We'll fetch the address, ma'am.
yes, again we'll go for fetching, right? So again we'll go for fetching means again you'll be having a fetch here. Then you'll be going for a execution. Okay. So this is your normal way. One is fetch, decode and execute. In this phase, this here we require a bus, where in these two phases whenever it is performing processor, no need of system bus. Again in this phase we require a bus, and again after decoding, if it is an indirect address, again we require a bus here. Okay. So why I'm explaining this all is, CPU will be using this system bus how much of time means whenever it is fetching, whenever it is again after decoding, if there is an indirect again address, it again it has to go for a fetch. So in the meanwhile, whatever the gaps that are there, in such cases it releases a bus for DMA. Okay. So DMA will not request anything. So whenever there is a when processor is not using a system bus, means what, it is not processor will only give a share the bus to the DMA whenever it is not using. Means how can I say that? Yes. In your home, let us consider there is a car. Okay. So if you want to use that car, when you will be using, if your father is using, means you will not be requesting that I want to go meet my friends, that I want a car. You will not be asking. But if that car is available at your home, then what you will be doing, you will be using that. Means in the same way, try to understand the bus, when you will be using, when a DMA will be using a bus when CPU is not using. Okay. When CPU is not using the bus, in such case it will use that. Okay. In the remaining cases, when CPU is using that bus, DMA will not use. Means what, whenever that is available, when a bus is available, in that case only DMA will be using, and the remaining cases this DMA has to wait for a bus to be released by the processor. Now, when compared to the previous cycle stealing, will it be slower or faster data transfer? Will it be slower or faster data transfer when compared to the cycle stealing? Slower or faster? Hidden. Am I audible?
Slower, ma'am.
Very good, very good. So why it is slower means DMA is transferring the data between IO devices to memory. Okay, so whenever it is transferring, it is only using the system bus when CPU is not using. Okay, when CPU is not using in in that particular time period, it is using the system bus. Means what? Much of the time the DMA will be in a waiting state. Much of the time the DMA will be in a waiting state until the CPU. It will be saying when a bus will be released by the processor. Once the bus has been released, it takes over that bus for transferring of data from IO to memory. And this will be very slower. So the fastest, according to the data transfer, first tell me, ma, according to the data transfer, which one is faster data transfer, ma? First one is fastest data transfer according to the data transfer for this. First one is
Block, ma'am.
first
Block.
one is a block transfer, which will be very fast. Next is one stealing.
Stealing.
Next is one
Hidden.
hidden. Now processor efficiency. Processor will not be much waiting its time. It will maximum it is using its processor without being in an idle state. First one will be what? Processor. I am asking regarding processor. Processor time will not be wasted at all. Processor will be executing very efficiently. So which one? First one.
Stealing, ma'am.
Cycle stealing or
Hidden.
transparent hidden, right? So first
Hidden.
you will be having this one hidden. Next we'll be having a cycle stealing. Next we'll be having a block.